to Scottsdale, Phoenix.
Forgot something inside or picking up food from the store? Never leave a child in a car. In Arizona, heat stroke can happen in seconds. Temperatures can rise 20 degrees in just 10 minutes, making a vehicle dangerously hot. Heat stroke can happen even in the shade or when it's below 60 degrees outside. Once you park, always remember to stop, look, and lock. Visit heatstroke.az.gov to learn more. This message is sponsored by the Governor's Office of Highway Safety.
With a Global credit card, you earn reward points for every purchase. Use your rewards at checkout at many of your favorite stores, or use points instead of cash when you shop online. You can even use them to book a flight up to 3 days in advance. New York, Vegas, Albuquerque. From groceries to getaways, redeem your way. Apply for your Global credit card now at globalcu.org. Global Credit Union, your world of financial possibilities.
Been crazy busy these days? Sounds like you could use a little we time. That means playtime at the AAA 4-Diamond Wekopa Casino Resort. Game time with more than 900 slots plus table games. Maybe a tea time on one of 2 nationally ranked courses. And definitely some hang time at WKP Sportsbook, the largest sportsbook in the state. Wekopa Casino Resort. It's we time.
There are 6 things that must be exactly perfect for your air conditioner to use less energy and last longer. If even one isn't perfect, your system works harder and wears out quicker. For just $129, Gettle will give your system a rejuvenation. We'll test and adjust all 6 things and clean the outdoor coils the right way, not the easy way. Those coils get hot, so that plaque is baked on. A garden hose just won't do it. No one knows air conditioners like Gettle. Goettl will keep you cool, but it's hard to spell.
Monument Valley? Check. Grand Canyon? Check. Sedona? Check. Camelback? Check. Think you've seen it all in Arizona? Well, if you haven't been fishing, you haven't seen a thing. From ponds and reservoirs to rivers and lakes, our state has no shortage of ways to cast a line for beginners and pros. And a fishing license is your passport to all of them. Get your license at azgfd.gov and discover a whole new way to see Arizona.
Meineke always treats your car like it's their own. With over 50 years of experience, Meineke's certified technicians will diagnose and fix any issue with precision and care. Schedule an appointment at Meineke.com. Trust your key with Meineke. Meineke, doing car care right.
The KDUS AM 1060 app is brought to you by Law Bear Auto Accident Attorneys. Hurry to lawbear.com.
That's lawbear.com. The bear has your back.
It's the lunch break.
That's right. A Wednesday edition of the lunch break here on KDUS AM 1060. Chris Schubert, a very fired up producer Evan on the other side of the glass, makes me a little worried for the next 2 hours, but we'll get through it together. Whether you're listening to us, KDUS AM 1060, the free KDUS AM 1060 app, or you're watching us on the KDUS AM 1060 YouTube channel. Thanks for hanging out with us here today on the program. And let's jump right into it. A rally that came up short last night for the Arizona Diamondbacks as they dropped the second game of this series to the Dodgers.
Time for our top story of the day. It's the Daily Special.
Now, I know where this segment's going to go, because I was there in the morning meeting. So I think we just start with it, because it's probably going to take up most of our time anyway. The Diamondbacks lose. The rally falls short. But everybody's talking about a decision to bunt. And so that's where we'll start here today. I have my fair share of thoughts on it, but I know when something really bothers producer Evan, when he texts me in the middle of a game. Normally it's me texting him, not the other way around. So when he texts me, I know he's fired up. The first thing I said to him this morning is, don't worry, the floor will be yours. So I'll just pass it off to the producer of the program, who was red hot about Geraldo Perdomo deciding to bunt in the game last night.
It's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous conversation to have. I don't care that he bunted. I really don't. I don't mind him bunting. Listen, I disagree with it, whether it was the first pitch of the at-bat or not. I disagree with bunting. I think you're giving away a free out when I have 2 outs left. I don't care what you see defensively. Perdomo is not Corbin Carroll. I'm not saying he's slow, but he's not your fastest player on the team. I'm not laying down a bunt there, no matter how confident or not confident I am, period. Second, I'm up 3-1 in the count, and I lay down the bunt. I see 4 pitches, 3 of which, by the way, weren't even close to the zone. Weren't even close. In fact, the second pitch of the at-bat, you can't even see if you go to MLB.com. That's how far he missed by. So now we have pitches foot off the zone, 6 inches off the zone, 5 inches off the zone. Finally, he pumps in a strike for the 5th pitch. And I bunt on it, up 3-1, with a runner on first, 1 out. There aren't no outs. You're not moving a runner from first to second with nobody out. It makes 0 sense. There isn't a part in the game where this makes sense to bunt 3-1 in the count, let alone to do it in the 9th inning, down by 1 with 1 out. It's horrible baseball.
I think the place that I want to start before I weigh in, and I mostly agree with everything you just said there. This is not why the Diamondbacks lost the game last night. They lost the game last night because Mike Soroka gave up 4 runs over the first 2 innings, and playing from behind against this team, against this offense, against this organization is a recipe for disaster. The Diamondbacks lost the game last night because they went 2 for 12 with runners in scoring position. The reason why the Diamondbacks lost the game last night is because they left, 10 men on base last night? Nolan Arenado grounds into a double play in a huge spot the inning prior. That's why the Diamondbacks lost this game last night. They did not lose the game because of Geraldo Perdomo's decision to bunt, but it is such a major decision point in the game, and it potentially directly impacted the team's ability to finish off the rally, right? We said the rally fell short. There's a world where they win that game last night if he chooses to do something differently. So it is a really important moment in the game, and I almost kind of chuckled when producer Evan was describing his thoughts because I looked to my board, and listen, we have a lot of fun on this show. We have a lot of drops. It's something that we believe in on this show, that if we say something stupid, if we say something funny, we put it on the board. We can never run away from it. It's just there in infamy, right? But as you were talking, producer Evan, I looked at my board, and you know what I saw? I don't like the play. That drop has a tag on it. Every one of these drops has a date when it was put in the system. This drop was put in the system May 22nd of 2025.
You want to know what happened on May 22nd of 2025?
I'm bringing it up because the drop is over a year old, and this drop, I don't like the play, is about Geraldo Perdomo bunting.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. It is about the same conversation
thing. It is about the same idea. Last year, I don't remember the exact details.
I'm going to bring it up.
I think it was an extra innings game where he made the decision to bunt. I don't remember all the details, but I just remember that drop is from that moment, and here we are a year later talking about it again. Now, I don't like bunting ever. I think bunting should be the exception, not the rule. I don't like giving away outs. I wouldn't have minded a bunt in that spot. You have a guy up there who's struggling to hit. He did have a pinch hit single in his previous at-bat, but that was as a lefty. This at-bat was as a righty. He's been struggling as a right-handed batter this season. So I can kind of wrap my head around the idea of bunting on the first pitch. Maybe the first 2 pitches, but not when it's a 3-1 count, advantage you against a guy who's not able to throw strikes. We've got the tying run on first base. We represent the winning run. If we take ball 4, we've now got the winning run on base. And now the Dodgers are spinning. So you just don't bunt up 3-1. And I don't know what's worse, the decision to bunt 3-1, because I think that's a reflection, and Mark Gray said this afterwards on the postgame show, that's a reflection of the confidence level that Geraldo Perdomo has right now, that he feels that's his best way to do something. I don't know if that's worse or if the explanation after the game is worse from Torey Lovello. Because after the game, Torey talks about how it's an instinctual play. He never wants to take that away from his guys. And then he tries to compare it to the Tommy Troy bunt the night prior. Let me tell you the difference between those two things. Because, yes, we applauded Tommy Troy's bunt the other night to set up the Ketel Marte 2-run homer for insurance runs. But that's the key word there, insurance. Tommy Troy bunted with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th with the team already up 2-1. It's not as high of a leverage situation as Geraldo Perdomo found himself in last night. Now, mind you, again, just to make sure I reiterate this, it's not why the Diamondbacks lost the game last night. Plenty of other reasons why they lost the game. But that was a bad decision in a really key moment. And again, that inning goes differently. You're talking about making a huge comeback against the Dodgers, taking the first 2 games of this series, guaranteeing yourself a series split. You got Ohtani going tonight. Not sure you're going to have an answer for him. But you're set up great if you win that game last night, and you had the chances. You went 2 for 12 with runners in scoring position. You left 10 men on base, and you had an opportunity in the 8th inning. That wasn't even an at-bat with runners in scoring position. But you had a chance with Geraldo Perdomo, who came through in his previous at-bat as a pinch hitter. And instead, on a 3-1 pitch, he decides to bunt. I'm not being results-oriented. I'm not just looking at the fact that he was thrown out. It is a bad decision to bunt in a 3-1 count in that moment.
I cannot find this for the life of me.
Well, that's when the drop went in the system, so it might have been the couple of days right before.
On the 20th, he bunts in the 10th inning.
So that entire time I was talking, you weren't really listening to me at all? You were really just laser-focused on trying to find this game?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll be honest.
Oh, that's fine. That's what it sounded like when immediately I got done. And you're like, man, I can't find this game. I have no idea. You said he bunted in the 10th? That's probably the moment.
But he bunted for a single.
No, I think I was still upset. I think that's exactly the moment.
Okay.
I didn't.
Because I imagine it would be for a free out. But
no,
so
I believe that. Let me
in
play
the 10th.
Let me play the drop again. I don't like the play. I think right before it, I said, despite, it being a hit, I don't like the play.
They go into a 1-1 game into the 10th, in which Eugenio Suarez, in the top of the 10th, Eugenio Suarez grounds out.
Okay.
Corbin Carroll then homers, so now it's 3-1. That's their 2 runs. Then, no, maybe this is in the 9th. He bunts for a single. Yeah, in the 9th inning, Gabby Moreno homers to make it 1-1. Randall Grichuk flies out. Geraldo Perdomo singles on a bunt ground ball. And then Tim Tawa strikes out inning over.
That can't be it either.
That right? Like that is the only bunt I can find within 5 days towards the end of a game.
Really?
I'll go back 3 series before where D-backs.
I'm almost positive it was an extra innings game.
I know. That's what I think too. I certainly think that. Problem is.
Oh, I think I found it. Hold on. I think I found it. I think it's against Tampa. Oh, that's in April.
Maybe you think it was that late? You think we mislabeled it?
It could be. Could be all sorts of different things.
Because that's.
Or it just took me a while to put the drop in the system. I got to look.
You're talking about the 7-6 loss in Tampa or at home against Tampa?
No, this is Perdomo grounding into a double play. But I know, listen, we're going to find this by the end of the show today. I know that it had everything to do with the Perdomo bunt. Had everything to do with the Perdomo bunt. And here we are about a year later, still having the same conversation. And so, yeah, I wasn't a fan of it. I didn't love the explanation. I didn't love comparing it to the Tommy Troy bunt from the day prior. I think they're 2 totally different situations. You're ahead in that game looking for insurance. There's 2 outs. He's the bottom of the lineup. It's not as high leverage. I mean, with 2 outs, you're just trying to get on base any way you can, right? There's nobody on the base paths. I mean, I think it's totally different than down a run, in the 9th inning with a chance to walk, get the tying run into scoring position where a single ties the game for me. And instead, if you try to bunt and move the guy over, and by the way, Torrey said he wasn't giving himself up, so he was trying to bunt for a hit because he saw the third baseman back, and then he just mishit it. I don't think that's what you should be doing.
Which I might dislike even more.
3-1, you're trying to get on base? I'm taking a pitch.
Was this bunt away too? I think that's why I so disliked it. Because they were the away team.
So you think it was a road bunt?
And he bunted in the top of the 10th. I'm telling you, I think that's what it is.
I mean, I thought the answer to that was going to be that you found the exact game. But
no, I can't find it. I thought it was going to be this Mets 4-3 loss on the 30th. It's not.
What is it? Is it this Dodgers loss in extras in LA? We're going to find this. We'll scroll all the way down to extras.
You're talking about the 20th. That's the one where he bunts in the 9th.
He bunts in the 9th? He does. He bunts in the 9th. So that's the game you already told me about.
Yes.
I'm not listening to anything you say here, I guess.
What about that? I mean, really turn back the clock.
You just told me I couldn't turn back the clock. You said I went back too far.
Well, I think you did.
I was at the end of April.
I mean, they lost. I mean, gosh, man, they lost 2 or 3 of the Nats in early
I
April.
know that there's an extra inning game in Philly that they win 11-9, but that was the game that Shelby Miller
that blows it. That's not the game.
It's not the game. Maybe it's not an extra inning game. Maybe I forgot. Maybe
it's in March.
Well, no, it says 5/22 is the day that the drop was put in there. That's the day the drop was put in the system. They didn't even play on the 22nd.
I know. That's why that would make sense because if it would be our show, so it would be from the 21st. Problem is, they lost that one in regular.
Code says it was in September. What? No, that can't possibly be true. The drop's not from then.
Code, do you have an idea of when
maybe Code is just messing with us? But we're going to find this by the end of the show because I know I don't like the play. I know it has to do with the bunt, and I know it has to do with Perdomo. I know it because I remember saying it.
Oh, he might be right.
You found it?
I don't know if I found it, but this might be it.
In September? Is
Bottom of the 10th.
Oh, here we go.
After the Dodgers don't score. This is September. He was right. This is September
24th?
24th.
But why is the drop in the system then?
Geraldo Perdomo out on a sacrifice bunt. That moves Cattell to third. Then Jack Dreyer intentionally walks Corbin Carroll. And then intentionally walks Gabby Moreno. Jake McCarthy pops up. McCann flies out. They lose in the 11th.
I'm not disagreeing with anybody that was a Geraldo Perdomo bunt that we were upset about. But this drop, I don't like the play. Is in the system before that occurs. So unless we had a time machine, it
has to be mislabeled.
Something forced me to say this. I don't like the play. Something forced me to say that.
Can I say something though? This is from the same day.
I have not missed anything. That's about Hard Knocks.
Yes, that's about Hard Knocks. How did we get to those?
In May, Hard Knocks, it would have been announced who the team was. See, this is all making sense. Also from the same day, and you give it away. So those two drops are related somehow. Now I know what our mission is for the whole show today. By the end of the show, by the time the leftovers rolls around, we are going to get to the bottom of this mystery. We're going to know.
I'm going to find it for you right now.
No, I got to go to a break now. We got more stuff to do here today on the show.
Sorry, everybody. We did not really talk much about the game.
Well, the bunt took up a lot of the conversation, and I knew it would, so that's why I wanted to start with it.
Code says mislabeled. What a great call.
It can't be mislabeled. It can't be mislabeled because there's 3 other drops from that day, and they all, like this one, I have not missed anything. I know when that's from.
Why do we not have... Oh, we just have issues. Oh, 2025 folder.
You're looking at the drops? There's a drops 2025 folder. This is the big mystery on the show today. We're going to get to the bottom of this. By the time we get done with the program today, we're going to know what the game was and where that drop came from. 480-864-1060 is the phone number for you to join us here today on the program. If you want to help solve this mystery, you can also join us, the KDUS AM 1060 YouTube live stream. When we come back, did we finally get an answer to one of the two holdouts? That's next. The lunch break. KDUS AM 1060.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Myles Garrett getting traded. It certainly felt like there was something. A guy who said he wanted out, then you paid him to stay, then he restructures his deal. The new coach comes in, hasn't met with Myles Garrett, and then all of a sudden he gets traded. I give the Rams credit, and I still would have been all in on a wide receiver, skill position player, because if you're all in to get Myles Garrett, be all in to get another weapon here.
Weekdays, 6 to 9 a.m. on KDUS AM 1060.
Hey, it's Audrey from the David Mahoney Show, and I want you to make sure that you're not letting gas prices stop you from having a clean and healthy home. Zero Res is keeping comfort affordable with powerful cleaning at a price families can feel good about. Vacuuming is not sufficient to maintain the cleanliness and lifespan of your carpet, period. Full stop, especially if you've got a bunch of kids and a bunch of pets, and if you are a shoe wearer in the house. Listen, I'm not judging, but especially if you are a shoe wearer, do not leave deep cleaning to yourself with DIY dirt-attracting, carpet-soaking machines. No picking up equipment from the store and returning it back later. With DIY machines, there is no possible way to extract all that dirty water out of the carpet, and it gets stuck in the mats underneath your carpet, and it makes it even smell worse, honestly. Zero Res uses their platinum-rated cleaning system that safely and effectively removes all of the deeply embedded nasty dirt, dander, and bacteria. And they have big summer savings for 3 rooms of carpet cleaning starting at $129 and $499 per system for air duct cleaning. Visit ZeroResPhoenix.com or call 480-507-2419 and ask for the KDUS special.
Foreigner celebrating 50 years.
You're as cold as ice.
5 decades of hit songs.
Feels like the first time.
Come alive on one stage. Foreigner. Sunday, October 18th, Talking Stick Resort. Tickets on sale now at TalkingStickResort.com. All the hits on one stage. Foreigner celebrating 50 years live.
AAA membership travels with you in any car, whether driver or passenger. It's 24/7 expert help with towing, battery, and branch services across the valley. Join AAA for less than $6 a month and add loved ones for half off. Call or visit your local branch today.
Superstar Car Wash, the car wash with superpowers. Sign up for a free car wash today. That's right, totally free for a limited time. Because we love what makes you shine. See website for details.
Rome here with your Rome Report. What a wild 24 hours as we try to wrap our heads around yesterday's 2 NFL blockbusters, one that we knew was coming and one that blindsided us, but probably should not have. Regarding Myles Garrett, Browns GM Andrew Berry says he was never looking to trade Garrett. Hey, Andrew, what's next? You were never looking to trade for that creep Deshaun Watson and guarantee him all that jack? Of course you were looking to trade Garrett because Garrett was never going to be Joe Thomas, a Hall of Famer with no team success to show for it. And just as bad as Barry saying he was never looking to trade Garrett is A.J. Brown telling Maria Taylor that he had no problem with Jalen Hurts and that they just, quote, grew apart. So you forced your way off a Super Bowl winner, and it's all love between you and Hurts, but you two just grew apart. Again, obvious cap. I don't know what happened between these two. I just know that's not it, and that A.J. Brown is weird, and not the good kind of weird. I'm Jim Rome. And remember, you can always follow me on Instagram at Jim Rome.
O'Reilly. Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we could recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Every Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. is MMA Friday on the Sports Zoo with official UFC ranker Scott Lewis, brought to you by RT O'Sullivan's, your home for every UFC event. The Sports Zoo is the only show in the Valley that gives you 1 full hour of MMA every week, featuring Scott Lewis's official UFC ranking changes, fight predictions for every weekly event, shocking MMA stories, and more. So tune in every Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. and then head to RT O'Sullivan's every Saturday to watch the fights. Go to RTOSullivans.com for a location near you.
Back here on the lunch break, KDUSA M1060, an update into our investigation. I'm struggling over here.
I'm currently listening to now the entire show on September 25th.
So what I'm doing, since you're going to start from there, I went back to May 22nd.
Okay.
To listen to the YouTube show to see if we used the drop that day. Because if we used the drop, I probably gave it some context.
Correct.
So that's what I'm doing during the break. You got it from September back.
So now I am at the Open on September 25th, which is discussing the game of the 24th. By the way, it's a Thursday day.
Okay, wait a minute. We've got somebody in the YouTube chat. Troy says that he found it in all caps. So perhaps the listeners have gotten to the bottom of this. I need a little bit. So he says this is from the May 30th show. The May 30th show. That would be after the drop, though. That's the part I can't wrap my head around. All right, so he gave you a timestamp.
Maybe we used it on the May 30th. Okay, 30:43 into the May 30th show.
All right, so I'll talk about Josh Sweat.
You talk about that, I'll find it.
You work on that for us here today on the program. Don't you just love hanging out with us here on the lunch break? You never know what might happen. You never know. And in fact, I've got a great drop for this. Now, this may be a little laborious, so just bear with me here for a second. We'll get to the bottom of this. Don't you worry, everybody. Speaking of things we got to the bottom of, seemingly out of nowhere today, Ian Rappaport, I guess because there was some social media rumors out there, put out this tweet 3 hours ago. Quote, "This has gained some steam on social media. So just to provide some clarity, Cardinals edge rusher Josh Sweat is not being traded, not to the Packers or anywhere. Carry on, ... end quote." So Ian Rappaport putting to bed some rumors that were circulating on social media that Josh Sweat was going to become a member of the Packers. But it's not that that's the important part of this tweet. It's the or anywhere. It's the is not being traded. This is one of the top insiders in the sport being incredibly definitive. Not he's not being traded to the Packers at this time. This isn't a tweet that says there are no ongoing conversations between the Cardinals and the Packers. That leaves the door open for Josh Sweat to be traded. It isn't one of those tweets that says they're not talking right now. They've talked in the past. They could talk again in the future. Again, all of those types of reports we've seen before, and they leave the door open when it comes to a player getting traded. This is extremely definitive. He's not getting traded to the Packers. He's not getting traded anywhere. He's not being traded. Feels pretty cut and dry, right? Feels pretty definitive. Well, it depends on where he's getting that report from. And this is the only thing that's stopping me. The only thing that's stopping me from saying Josh Sweat's going to be a member of the Cardinals week 1 is this idea of where the information came from. Because if you're somebody on the Cardinals side, and at this time you have no interest in trading Josh Sweat, then that's exactly what your answer would be. Are you trading Josh Sweat? No, we're not trading him. He's not going anywhere. He's going to be a member of our team. That's what you would say if you're not entertaining any trades right now, if you're the Cardinals. It doesn't mean Josh Sweat's going to show up next week to the first bit of mandatory workouts for the team this offseason. This doesn't put a lid on everything. This just could mean, from the Cardinals' perspective, everybody else wants to talk about this. Everybody else wants to say that we're trading Josh Sweat. Everybody else wants us to move him to the Packers or anywhere else. But no, Ian Rappaport, we're going to leak to you. We're not trading him. Okay. That doesn't mean Sweat's going to show up next week. That doesn't mean that this won't enter chapter 2 next week, that this won't enter phase 2 next week. Doesn't mean that this is all a one big false alarm and everything's going to be okay between the Cardinals and Josh Sweat. It might be. He might just show up next week. We've always said that both he and Jacoby Brissett could just show up at the beginning of next week, and all of our concern, all of our conversation over the last couple of weeks will have been for nothing. Although I think we've been very fair to remind you that we're still very early on in this process, that we're not taking a lot of this too seriously. And so I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are going to see that tweet and think definitively that means that Josh Sweat will be playing for the Cardinals week 1 of the regular season. I tend to think that's going to be the case, but we are not out of the woods just yet. I'd like the definitiveness, but it can be definitive if it's coming from the Cardinals side. Of course, the Cardinals are going to reject any idea of trading Sweat right now. They want to, if they are actually considering trading him, they want their leverage to be as high as it can be. So you would leak that you're not moving him. You would say he's not going anywhere. Now, I don't know where Ian Rappaport is getting his information from, but that's one way that it isn't as definitive as it seems on paper. Again, my guess right now, he shows up next week and he plays for this team week 1. Same thing for Jacoby Brissett. That's where I sit here today on a Wednesday. And I have no information that's pointing me in the other direction. So I would take this as better news than, Ian Rappaport reporting today that he's requested a trade again, that he plans on not showing up because he wants out. That's better. This report is better than that potential report, but I don't think this is the definitiveness that a lot of us want it to be. 480-864-1060 is the phone number for you to join us here today on the program. We've also got you on the KDUS AM 1060 YouTube live stream. We go to the KDUS AM 1060 newsroom. We check in with lead investigator, producer Evan.
Okay, so
update on the investigation of
Troy said false alarm. He's correct. So false alarm on 5:30.
Okay,
it was used as a drop.
So this then confirms.
So May 30th, it was used as a drop. I am now going through the May 22nd show of last year.
To see when I said it.
To see when I said it.
Because we may be wrong.
Right now, I'm at the point we are talking about a Dodgers game in which Teoscar Hernandez hits that 3-run homer when they had a 1-0 lead. Corbin Burns gives up the 3-run homer.
Right.
Do you remember Corbin Burns on this team? And
remember when Corbin Burns was the ace of this pitching staff?
So he's actually on the team. So
May 22nd, 2025.
And so that's where I'm at. So I'm just keep motoring along. I will let everybody know as soon as I have a.
But this is good. The investigation is getting somewhere. We've now been able to confirm that the drop was used on the 30th, which means the dates that we have on here are accurate.
Are semi-accurate.
So the mislabeled accusation from earlier appears to not be true. This drop appears to have been set on the 22nd since it was used on the 30th. So we're getting somewhere. That's all I want to know. The investigation is getting somewhere.
It's getting somewhere.
Okay.
So I got to go back to what I believe is September 21st.
September.
So we'll find it.
We're going to find it. We'll keep you updated here as the show moves on. When we come back, could the Suns actually trade Jalen Green? That's next. The lunch break. KDUS AM 1060.
Every Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. is MMA Friday on the Sports Zoo with official UFC ranker Scott Lewis, brought to you by RT O'Sullivan's, your home for every UFC event. The Sports Zoo is the only show in the Valley that gives you 1 full hour of MMA every week, featuring Scott Lewis's official UFC ranking changes, fight predictions for every weekly event, shocking MMA stories, and more. So tune in every Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. and then head to RT O'Sullivan's every Saturday to watch the fights. Go to RTOSullivans.com for a location near you.
I get by with a little help from my friends.
Ringo Starr and his all-star band. With friends Steve Lukather from Toto. From Men at Work, Colin Hay. From Average White Band, Hamish Stewart. Friday, June 12th, 7:30 p.m., Gamage Auditorium. On sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Produced by Danny Zalesko Presents.
We're chatting with our guest, always safety first, 811 Megaphone Man.
Call 811 before you dig.
You never stray from your mission of letting homeowners, landscapers, and excavators know you should always call 811 before you dig.
Call 811.
Call for both small and big jobs. And 2 working days in advance?
811.
Any parting words? And I'm guessing they will be.
Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Southwest Gas.
811.
Yes, I'm a fan. A fan of keeping mornings simple. A fan of cheap breakfast. A fan of starting the day right. And that's why I'm a fan of McDonald's. Because I can grab a sausage McMuffin for $1.50. Plus, they have plenty of other goodies in the under $3 menu. Like a sausage biscuit, sausage burrito, hash browns, premium roast coffee, iced coffee, or any medium soft drink. With breakfast this good, you're sure to become a fan of McDonald's too. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Okay, here we go. Let's talk diamond sourcing. Hi, I'm Dustin, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. As one of 3 diamond sourcing experts, I'm going to explain just how differently we source our diamonds and why that guarantees your engagement ring will be the most beautiful. For starters, there's no middleman. We source directly from trusted industry leaders we've partnered with for generations. We work with them in person and negotiate on our customers' behalf so they get the best prices possible. We also pay our partners in cash, and in return, they reserve the most beautiful diamonds just for us. I handpick and inspect each stone under 10 times magnification. Other jewelers use the Diamond Database to buy stones sight unseen with grainy pictures and videos. When you purchase a diamond engagement ring with Shane Company, you can trust that me and my team have personally handpicked your stone for its unique fire, brilliance, and scintillation. Because a friend goes the extra mile to make sure you get your dream diamond at your dream price. Visit us in-store or at shaneco.com to find yours. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
2 Jeeps, $50,000. 2 big nights. Only at Casino Arizona this June and July. Earn entry starting June 1st. Then join us on Wednesday, June 24th and July 29th for the grand prize drawings. You could drive away in one of 2 Jeep Wranglers or win your share of up to $50,000 cash. Don't miss your chance to win big. Details at CasinoArizona.com. Casino Arizona, uniquely Arizona. Must be 21 or older. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP.
The NASCAR Cup Series.
Green flag goes in the air.
Returns to the Irish Hills of Michigan.
Joey Logano has. He spun, he slapped the wall, and this was part of the gamble. Caution flag is out.
Where the Heritage Trophy is once again on the line.
Drift wide in the apex. Here he comes off turn number 4. He'll rocket off the corner to the start-finish line.
It's the Firekeepers Casino 400.
This Sunday at 11 a.m. here on KDUS AM 1060 and the KDUS app.
Back here on the lunch break, KDUS AM 1060, Chris Schubert, producer Evan. The show has taken on a life of its own here today.
I may have to hang him up on this.
You're giving up? It's hour number 1 of the show. You can't give up hour number 1.
We are at a point where, on YouTube stream, now we don't even have Troy.
He's doing the work. I mean, we've got some listeners that are doing the work.
It was used as a drop again on 522 show. Chris says, I don't like it. Have to use new drop on the soundboard. So it was again a drop on 522, meaning that it was cut on 520 or 521.
Or all we know is it was cut before that day, because that could have been the first day we used it.
The issue is on May 21st, there's no stream.
Oh, no. No, there's no stream.
I'm telling you, it goes Tuesday to Thursday in our YouTube. There's no stream on Wednesday.
Yeah, but we can just look at the games, right? The games should give us the answer to this.
Again, I can't find a day.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Where he bunted other than the 21st, which is, and I'm going through that tape. But then if it's used as a drop on the 22nd, I don't know.
Here's what I'm worried about, although I'm not as worried about it. It could have been said. Well, no, it couldn't have, because this show started in October of 2024.
I got to tell you, I now have a growing suspicion.
Okay, you're the lead investigator on this. Give me the current theory of the case.
Do you remember, rewind the clock into March?
You know my memory, so this is going to be tough.
I'm now worried that it was not about a Perdomo bunt.
Well, that's what code brings up. Are we sure it was a result of a Perdomo bunt?
And I have a growing suspicion.
It was a bunt.
Do you know what this Do you know what this drop is?
Okay.
Give me a second.
You're going to play me another drop?
Yeah.
Okay. What if we just took a shot?
Do you remember what that one's from?
I have the date in front of me.
Yeah, that is from the national championship where Florida didn't get a shot off or Michigan didn't get a shot off at the end of the game.
Right.
I think that I don't like the play is about the same game for some weird reason in my head.
So then what you should do
is now I'm going back to April 11th.
Right, and I believe that was a leftovers conversation.
It was.
So you have to go back to the leftovers on the 11th, listen to the whole leftovers, and see if the two things match up. But here's my current theory. If we cut that from the show on the 11th, why
didn't it go into the system until the 22nd?
Right, I think the two drops are unrelated. Although this drop happened in between as well. He took a potty break in a weird spot.
But that's from the Masters.
We know where that one's from. And you think these two are related? And you give it away. You think that's related to, I don't like the play. You think the two are related?
I do.
You know what? You're supposed to be better prepared. That's also about the end of the game.
Yes.
Because it's about, we didn't drop a play.
That is also, and what's the date on that?
Same date as, what if we just took a shot?
Okay.
And
Maybe
then,
I'm thinking of that drop.
And then, okay, hold on, because I got more information here. This the same day. You got to do something. All three of those. You got to do something. You're supposed to be better prepared. What if we just took a shot? All from the same day. All put in the system on the same day.
Oh, I had to do something with my hair back then. Who didn't tell me that?
Oh, dude, I was going through some old shows. I have the mullet going out of the back. I mean, somebody.
I did too.
Yeah, we needed somebody above us, above me, above my pay grade to be like, listen, guys, if you're going to be on camera the way you are, can we button it up a little bit? I got a nice shirt on today. We've upgraded the cameras in both studios. I mean, we've started to make this a little bit better.
I'm not wearing hats, but I mean, like this day, I didn't wear a hat. My hair's crazy.
So those three drops are related. Now, this may put this is also from the same day. We are going to have some of those tough conversations. I don't think related to the other drops. Now, are you ready for the thing that's really going to
I think that one's about the Suns off season.
Okay. But are you ready for the thing that's probably going to send you back to the drawing board on the case? This drop I'm about to play is also from the same day as I don't like the play. We went Busto. So good luck figuring out how all of those go together.
I got to tell you, I think it was a day where I just cut multiple and just gave them to you all.
You're the guy. These drops all would have been cut by you.
Yes.
This was before Corey started cutting drops for the show. So this was all with this.
All of these drops that we've
you.
talked about have been cut by me,
Correct.
except for the newest ones.
Right. Anything like I'm an executive member now. Like that's producer Corey doing that.
Yeah.
Can I tell you what worries me? We're 42 minutes into the show, and I feel like we are further away from the answer than when we opened the show today. Like when we first brought this up in the open, I was like, okay, we'll be able to get to the bottom of this relatively quickly. I am now troubled because we got a lot of it's a Wednesday, but it feels like a Tuesday. It's a heavy producer Evan hour. We've got buy or sell, we've got a dueling draft. You're not gonna have a lot of time to go through all this.
No,
stuff.
I know. I'm getting concerned.
By the way, I was supposed to talk about Jalen Green here. I don't think I'm going to get to it. So we'll probably move that to the next segment. I love when we're prepared for a show and then just something happens.
The problem is I felt like today's show was going to be good.
Well, no, I think this is great. I think people love when we're real and we let the show kind of be an ever-evolving creature. And today, the thing that's derailing the show is we're trying to figure out what this drop is from.
Code with a crazy pull.
But again, the dates don't match up. It can't be Super Bowl or college.
What would Super Bowl have been? What did it come down to a play? This is not.
Here's what I think.
Oh no, no way, because the Eagles dominated.
I don't want to lead the investigator, but here's what I think we should do. We need to find out on the 22nd. When the drop was put into the system. The drop was put into the system on the 22nd.
So here's my point.
It had to have been used on that day.
It was also put into the system. So it has to be some point we can track the file back.
Yeah, that's post-show work because that's in another computer. That's We're not going to get that done in 2 hours here today. I think the step one is somebody needs to go listen to the May 22nd, 2025 show and see if we use this drop. Now, I will also tell you, this drop was put in 5 minutes before the show went on the air. So clearly we put it in the system to use it.
How can you tell that? Oh, yeah.
I have a timestamp on my...
10:55:14.
So first things first, we got to go back to the May 22nd show. We've got to listen...
I'm going to be here for a while,
to see. No, we're going to have this solved by the end of the show today. We got to listen to see if the drop was used on the 22nd. Because if we debuted a drop, we probably explained its context.
Troy did listen. He said we used the drop on the 22nd.
Okay, so, and it was during the leftovers. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a timeout. We are going to talk about Jalen Green to close up hour number 1 of the program, okay? We are going to do that. No matter where the investigation leads us, we are going to get to Jalen Green potentially being traded this offseason. So we're going to take a timeout. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about Jalen Green next. The lunch break, KDUS, AM 1060.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Myles Garrett getting traded. It certainly felt like there was something. A guy who said he wanted out, then you paid him to stay. Then he restructures his deal. The new coach comes in, hasn't met with Myles Garrett, and then all of a sudden he gets traded. I give the Rams credit, and I still would have been all in on a wide receiver, skill position player, because if you're all in to get Myles Garrett, be all in to get another weapon here.
Weekdays, 6 to 9 a.m. on KDUS AM 1060.
As the old saying goes, size matters.
At Morgan & Morgan, we have over 1,000 lawyers and nearly 6,000 people on staff.
But at the core, this is and always has been a family business.
Our family watching out for your family.
Call us or email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even on a Saturday or a Sunday.
And if you ever have a problem, call our mom.
Morgan & Morgan.
For the people and your family.
Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Hi, everybody. Jay Leno here. You know, I love doing live stand-up comedy. No politics, no lectures. I'm not giving you my opinion on every issue of the day. Just nothing but jokes. So come by, check it out, and we'll have a lot of fun. Oh, it's clean, too.
Jay Leno live on stage. Friday, November 27th, Salt River Grand Ballroom at Talking Stick Resort. Tickets are on sale now at TalkingStickResort.com.
Come on by. Check out the show.
Meineke's highly skilled and certified technicians always treat your car like it's their own. With over 50 years of experience, Meineke will diagnose and fix any issue with precision and care using the best state-of-the-art equipment. You can always depend on Meineke to do the job right and get you back on the road in no time. Save time and schedule an appointment now. Visit Meineke.com today. Trust your key with Meineke. Meineke, doing car care right.
Every Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. is MMA Friday on the Sports Zoo with official UFC ranker Scott Lewis, brought to you by RT O'Sullivan's, your home for every UFC event. The Sports Zoo is the only show in the Valley that gives you 1 full hour of MMA every week, featuring Scott Lewis's official UFC ranking changes, fight predictions for every weekly event, shocking MMA stories, and more. So tune in every Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. and then head to RT O'Sullivan's every Saturday to watch the fights. Go to RTOSullivans.com for a location near you.
Back here on the lunch break, KDUS AM 1060. Chris Schubert, producer Evan, hanging out with you here today on the show. I read 2 different stories this morning that both, at least briefly, discussed the idea of the Suns trading Jalen Green this offseason. The first was a story on Bright Side of the Sun. It was John Voida putting together what he thinks the offseason is going to look like for the Suns, kind of putting the puzzle together, what his offseason would look like if he was in charge. And he briefly mentioned the idea of potentially trading Jalen Green, but ultimately opted against it. And then Spotrac did a story yesterday, might have been the day before, but either yesterday or the day before, where they did an off-season preview, look ahead perhaps, into what the Suns might do this summer. And they too mentioned the idea of trading Jalen Green, the redundancies with Devin Booker, the idea that he, alongside with Royce O'Neal and Grayson Allen, make up a good chunk of change that could be utilized in a trade to get a star, to be able to take money back in a deal. And ultimately, they too decided that it's probably not going to happen. So, could they entertain the idea of trading Jalen Green? The redundancies that the Spotrac article points out are redundancies that we thought existed from the moment they traded for Jalen Green last summer. When he was the main piece in the KD trade, everybody pointed to, is this going to work? In fact, I remember a lot of people thinking almost instantly that Jalen Green would just be a Phoenix Sun for a couple of minutes and then get moved someplace else, that he actually wasn't going to stay with the Suns, but that he was thrown in the deal to make the money work, but that the Suns didn't want to keep him around because, again, he does a lot of the similar things to Devin Booker. Well, that didn't end up happening. They rolled into the season with Jalen Green on their roster, and we saw a little bit of Jalen Green. It wasn't anywhere near the amount of Jalen Green that I think we wanted to see to know if he can be a part of a long-term answer here in Phoenix. And that's why I think the Suns are going to default to keeping him around for next season, holding on to him and seeing if this can work, because you really didn't give it a half a season. I mean, how many games? We talked about this towards the end of the regular season. How many games did Jalen Green, Dillon Brooks, and Devin Booker actually play together? It wasn't a lot. It wasn't a meaningful enough sample size for you to determine one way or another which of those players you wanted to build around and which of those players you wanted to move on from. Nobody, I think, could reasonably say Jalen Green is a fit or not a fit for this team long-term based on the sample size here in Phoenix with Jordan Ott. Sample size wasn't large enough. And so I think when you get to the offseason and you hear from the GM and you hear from the owner, and both of them use the word continuity, and both of them beat us over the head with the idea that they like this group, that they think this group, with more time to gel, more time in the system, with most of these guys not going anywhere, with a little injury luck their way, that they're going to be even better next season. And you know what? I'm all for giving that a try. In fact, that's where I lean right now. I would run it back with Jalen Green. Unless there's a star player out there that you can get and it doesn't upset the timelines and the 2030 conversation that we keep having on this show. It was first brought up by John Voida. If it doesn't mess up that vision and you just get an offer you can't refuse, then fine. But right now, I think you run it back. I don't think you extend Jalen Green long-term, but I think you run it back with Book, you run it back with Green, and you see if those two guys healthy, those two guys playing more together than they did last year, can win even more games than the 45 they won a season ago.
And this is the same group all offseason that pushed going to the continuity conversation. Like, are they really going to move on from Jalen Green?
No, and
this year? And then I get it. You can't extend him because we on this show have outlined multiple times the future. The future. You can't give up the future. You look at the teams playing and you can't put yourself in that kind of position to not be able to compete in 2030 for championships or 2031, whatever that year may be. But for the now, why get rid of Jalen Green? What if things fall your way? And we're talking about a team that won, 48 games now. They get a couple games better. You're healthier. You feel better about how they are when both of them are on the floor. I want to see a full year of these guys. Not saying that they'll be healthy. I mean, Jalen Green didn't get a full offseason with them and never got to get on the court for an extended period of time in the beginning part of the season.
I've been campaigning for them to make some moves this summer that I don't think they can just keep it the status quo. But the two moves that I've always thought made sense would be trades of Grayson Allen and Royce O'Neal. Those are the two moves that have always made the most sense in my head. A Jalen Green trade never really has come up as a move that I think would make sense for what the Suns are trying to do.
And I don't think that it's been outlined from a national media perspective as much as the Royce and Grayson Allen ones have.
Well, no, because Jalen Green is the flashier player, right? He's the younger player. The ceiling is higher than Allen and O'Neal, who are two really good players, but they're veterans, right?
Yeah.
You kind of know what you're getting with them. With Green, with him being only 23 years old, there's this idea of, oh, there's more in there. He can be
it's a
more
lower
of a player.
floor, but a very high ceiling.
You don't know if he's ever going to reach that, but the idea still exists that he could be a better player than the player he is right now. If you trade for Grayson Allen, what he is what you're going to get. Right?
He is a defined role player in the NBA, period. And a very good one at what he does. But that is his ceiling.
Agreed. Where with Jalen Green,
it's an upside conversation.
Right.
And for a lot of people, why would you not take a chance on it? But I guess my point is, shouldn't the Suns? Like, if it's an upside conversation, it makes more sense for the Suns.
Right. If there's a team that's going to take on that upside, wouldn't it be
the team that probably is playing for the future and
right?
Yeah, looking to be competitive now to a certain extent, but doesn't think they're going to win a championship in the West right now.
Right.
So the Suns should be looking for that kind of upside too.
And there's no risk in waiting another year, right?
Exactly. Listen, unless something dramatic happens, the return you're going to get this year and the return you're going to get next year, yeah, it may alter slightly. But I don't think it's going to be much different.
No. I don't think there would be much different at all. And there's a world where the Suns play better as a team, they fall short,
and you can
get
more.
And you can get more. So
I mean, I would say that I think there's a larger possibility you could end up getting more for Jalen Green next year than getting less.
I think here's the way that
27.
Here's the way that I would describe it.
25.
Here's the way I would describe it. I don't think there's a deal that a team is going to put in front of the Phoenix Suns for Jalen Green right now that the Suns are going to feel like this makes them better. And that's what the Suns are going to be trying to do with every move they make. Would they trade Jalen Green? If it was a deal that they thought made them better, I think they would do it. I don't think that deal gets proposed.
Unless they got a deal that, is unrefusable or makes them better, there's no way they move him. Unless they get a deal that's multiple first-round picks over the next few years when you don't have first, I just don't think otherwise there's no reason to make this move.
I agree. I agree that there is, I don't know if there's upside, right?
Exactly.
I don't know what the upside would be. And I understand why you would trade him because he is a valuable asset to you, right? He's probably the player outside of Devin Booker that you think could get you the most. But even then, what are you really going to get? Or would a trade of Jalen Green probably take you a step backwards? Because I'm sure it could get you some draft picks, but do you really want to get draft picks after a 45-win season?
Not really.
Take a step backwards? No, you kind of want to, I think status quo of hanging around this 45-win mark and being a play-in team is, there are worse things. Trust me.
100%.
When I first moved here, I watched a lot of bad Suns basketball. Okay?
There have been years of bad Suns basketball for decades long. Just because they maybe can't win a championship this year doesn't mean they're not going to compete. Doesn't mean they're not going to be in the same spot they were last year. I don't think everybody would sign up for the same season again to get swept out in the first round, to lose that opening game in the play-in. But I think a lot of people would say, hey, you make one or two pieces, don't mortgage the future. I'll sign up for that again.
Trust me, I first got here. I was here for the 21-win season for Earl Watson, the 19-win season. I was here for a lot. A lot of bad Suns basketball.
It's been bad.
I'll take the 40 wins in a play-in if that's the floor. Hour number 1 of the program in the books. Hour number 2 when we come back. It's the lunch break. KDUS, AM 1060.
AM 1060 KDUS Tempe Phoenix and KSLX HD2 Scottsdale Phoenix.
Hey, it's Audrey from the Dave and Mahoney Show, and I want you to make sure that you're not letting gas prices stop you from having a clean and healthy home. Zero Res is keeping comfort affordable with powerful cleaning at a price families can feel good about. Vacuuming is not sufficient to maintain the cleanliness and lifespan of your carpet, period. Full stop, especially if you've got a bunch of kids and a bunch of pets, and if you are a shoe wearer in the house. Listen, I'm not judging, but especially if you are a shoe wearer, do not leave deep cleaning to yourself with DIY dirt attracting carpet soaking machines. No picking up equipment from the store and returning it back later. With DIY machines, there is no possible way to extract all that dirty water out of the carpet, and it gets stuck in the mats underneath your carpet, and it makes it even smell worse, honestly. Zero Res uses their platinum-rated cleaning system that safely and effectively removes all of the deeply embedded nasty dirt, dander, and bacteria. And they have big summer savings for 3 rooms of carpet cleaning starting at $129 and $499 per system for air duct cleaning. Visit ZeroResPhoenix.com or call 480-507-2419 and ask for the KDUS special.
Chicago Sticks, the Windy Cities Tour. Finally, 2 iconic bands together for the first time. September 1st, Mortgage Matchup Center. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com. Don't miss Chicago and Sticks. All the hits, your kind of tour.
Living in the desert, SRP customers have some great questions, like, can I lower my electric bill? The answer is absolutely. A great place to start is making sure you're on a price plan that works best for you. We also have programs to help you use less energy and save money. Plus, as a not-for-profit, SRP already keeps rates as low as possible. SRP, delivering water, power, and answers since 1903. Find ways to save at srp.net.
If you're a pro, you know you need paint and primer fast, and the Home Depot has you covered with same-day or next-day deliveries so you can stay on site and on schedule. Get high-quality Behr paints and Kills primers delivered right to your job site. And with the Home Depot app, reordering is faster than ever. Just pick your paint, track your order, and get your go-to color in no time. No delays, no extra trips, just the paint and primer you need when you need it. The Home Depot, how pros get more done. Limitations may apply, not available in all markets. See store for details.
For nearly 25 years, Primavera has helped thousands of Arizona students succeed with an accredited world-class education, tuition-free and from home. Don't wait. Enroll today at chooseprimavera.com. That's chooseprimavera.com.
The KDUS AM 1060 app is brought to you by Law Bear Auto Accident Attorneys. Hurry to lawbear.com.
That's lawbear.com. The bear has your back.
Hour number 2 of the lunch break. KDUS AM 1060, Chris Schubert, producer Evan, hanging out with you here today on the show. I think we have a little bit of an update.
I was going to say, you can let them know if you want. Because I'm not saying anything until I find it.
The chat's also pointing us in a different direction than what we found during the previous break. Now, if you're just joining us, if you're just getting in the car, maybe you're an hour 2 listener to the lunch break. In hour number 1, we talked about the Diamondbacks losing last night and Geraldo Perdomo bunting with 3-1. And that got us to use this drop. I don't like the play, which we used that drop in relation to a Geraldo Perdomo bunt in the past. So
that's a great point by Code. Do you remember talking about, too, the motion they ran in that game?
Can you let me finish setting it up first before we introduce what the chat's brought to the table? So we played this drop. I don't like the play. And I believe the time I said this, I don't like the play, was in the context of a Geraldo Perdomo bunt. We think we found the first use of the drop. Like when the game that utilized that drop. Now, because we said this from the beginning, we were starting to feel this, that it was said previously. And there are some people that are working very hard in the chat today that probably are not listening to much of the show that have found an earlier time when we used it. We used the drop. Now, Troy says on January 26th.
I got to tell you, Troy is moving.
Now, but does he mean January of this year?
Yes, because that's when.
Right, but January of this year doesn't help us. Because January of this year, we know the drop was from last year.
So then, wait. So then
is the drop from January? Was it played on the January 26th show of 2025? If that's
January 2026, I wouldn't have been here.
You wouldn't have been here. So if that occurred, now
there's no chance.
I don't think it did. But if that occurred, then we're never going to find this, because that means I said it before then. And that's going to take a lot of work.
And then the records, I don't know how well you kept before me.
Troy said it was 2026. So, okay, if it was used this calendar year, that makes sense. We need to find out. And I think we found the show. So we're going to do buy or sell. We have a dueling draft to do here as well. I think we found the show. I think. And you know what? We've got a great research team that's doing some work for us. So producer Evan, while you do buy or sell, I'm going to get the KDUS AM 1060 YouTube chat to work the case here. The April 13th show. Excuse me, the April 14th show.
It would have been the April 14th show. It's a Monday.
It is a Monday. It is the Monday where the Suns fired Coach Bud.
Yeah, so it opens with Budenholzer's firing.
We talk about the Diamondbacks weekend. They played a game on the 13th. They win the game. But in a tie game in the 7th inning, Geraldo Perdomo lays down a bunt. So if you want a little bit of a breadcrumb, go to the April 13th show. I think that's going to be our answer. With that, a little buy or sell here today.
What a day we've had.
I love this job, okay? I love what we do here on this show. There are some days where I get done and I feel like it didn't feel like a great show. Even though everybody loves the show and we hear great things all the time, I don't feel like it's a great show. This feels like a great show today. And it's mainly because we have spent our entire time trying to get to the bottom of this. And hopefully it is as entertaining as it feels that we've been on this search for an hour and a half now.
I got to tell you, this is going to take hours.
No, I don't think it is. I think we're going to find it.
You think you have it down to
I think it is that show. I think we're going to hear me say it. Now, it's not going to be the drop. It's going to be the OG reference of it.
Now, by the way, going through these, the show has changed a lot.
Show's got a different look to it.
I'm going to, for those watching on the YouTube, I'm about to do this. That graphic that I just put up on the YouTube didn't exist.
Didn't exist back then.
Didn't exist. So we would just go big screen shot on your studio.
By the way, that was 2 weeks into you doing the show.
Yes.
Buy or sell didn't exist, I don't think.
I know.
So the show has changed a lot since then.
I think all I had then was the leftovers. I would jump in.
Well, because you and I worked together previously before you came over.
Correct.
So I knew what you could and couldn't do, but you were learning how to get in the building. You were learning where everything was.
Yeah, still, this was my first time on an everyday show.
Right, so I didn't want to say, hey, do 400 things like you do now. like 2 years ago or a year ago, I would have been like, hey, producer Evan, can we spend the entire show today looking up this and make this the whole bit for the show? I wouldn't have trusted our ability to still do the show and do that at the same time.
But now.
Oh, now.
Now it's changed. And speaking of change.
Well, I mean, now I'm an executive member now. So that's changed everything.
Congratulations to the executive member.
Thank you. So far, by the way, the returns have been zero. Nothing on the investigation.
Speaking of returns.
Okay.
Aaron Donalds.
Oh, my gosh. I saw this yesterday.
We'll come back to play with Myles Garrett. By the way, the Super Bowl this year?
It's in
SoFi.
Yeah, Aaron Donald's coming back.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, it'll probably be...
And I also, yesterday when I was reading that, I was like, man, wasn't his last year the Super Bowl year? That's a long time to come back. It was not. He played 2 years after that.
And I will say, I don't think he comes back right away.
No, he is the classic trade deadline free agent acquisition.
It's like a trade. It's like we made a trade.
Yes, it is
It's like we made a trade.
Yes, we've acquired the greatest defensive tackle of my lifetime in a trade just 4 years older.
I'm going to tell you right now the game that he's going to play in. I'll tell you right now the first game that we see Aaron Donald playing. Oh, yeah. We'll see you Thanksgiving Eve, Aaron, against Green Bay after the bye week. He's not going to play the first 11 weeks. We'll see you Thanksgiving Eve. Lock it in. 3-point play.
He is playing for the Rams this year.
I agree, yes. Because he said, if I can find the fire. If you are even considering finding the fire, you'll find it.
By the way, so I was looking it up because the Rams are plus 600 to win the Super Bowl.
Okay.
So by the way, this is nothing to do with buy or sell. This is kind of a different tangent.
Break out the whiteboard.
Plus 600 to win the Super Bowl. In my head, I was like, wow, that's really low. Like, I wonder what the lowest has been. Do you think you could guess the lowest team? I don't think you could.
The team that has the worst odds?
No, who had, of our lifetime, the worst odds. So, like, plus, I'll tell you what it was. It was plus 275. There was a team.
So there was a team at some point
in the last decade that was plus 275 to win the Super Bowl.
At this point of the year?
Yes.
In the last decade. So 2016 through now. I'm going to assume it's one of the Chiefs teams.
No. No, a couple of those Chiefs teams were lower than the Rams.
Plus 275. And if it's not a Chiefs team, is it one of the is it one of no? Because Brady's Bucks team.
No, but stay with Brady.
So it's one of the Patriots teams?
Yeah.
One of the last Patriots teams?
Yeah. It's the 17 Patriots.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be.
It's coming off the Super Bowl 51 comeback. They were plus 275 to win the Super Bowl. You bet $10, you win $27.50. That's insane.
By the way, the KDUS investigation team says it was not used on that show.
Oh, no.
Now, I want to...
We're in trouble.
I know. I want to check it ourselves.
We're in trouble.
No, I don't think we are.
We're never going to find it.
No, I think we're going to find it.
The D-backs will still split with the Dodgers. By the way, I apologize to you and I.
Okay.
They won't be winning 4 of their next 5. Well, I guess they still have a chance.
They can still win the series.
Yeah,
but
they won't go 4-3.
I just said they...
So I did take a note Thursday wrong already. Because they did not go 4-3. So that is tough. Michael Wilson will have more receiving yards than Marvin Harrison Jr. this year.
We're going to talk about this hour. LaFleur gave us kind of an early glimpse as to the roles that these two guys are going to have. I think that spells good things for Michael Wilson. I don't think it spells bad things for Marv.
Do you know what I think with Michael Wilson? And this is going to be crazy. I'm not saying he's the player. They're going to use him similar to how they used Buka.
Well, that's what he said.
Yeah.
I mean, he said that that's the role he envisions him playing, that he has Marv outside, like what Devontae Adams did, and that Michael Wilson's going to be more of the inside guy.
When I say, not just the inside guy and like Puka in that way, I see them lining him up in the backfield with Jeremiah Love, when they would sneak Puka out of that B gap.
Absolutely.
And they're going to try those things with Michael Wilson.
This is where if you had a good quarterback, this would actually, potentially be a good offense. Because if you had if you had competent quarterback play and you had Jeremiah Love and you had Michael Wilson in the backfield and Trey McBride's lined up, what do you do? If you're a defense, what do you do? Well, you need to have a quarterback that can execute.
Now, with all that being said, take a note from the Rams. Didn't mean to do that.
Okay, because it's Wednesday. It's not Thursday.
Marvin Harrison could be really huge in the red zone and catch a lot of touchdowns.
Devontae Adams
which is what Adams was.
Right. So we're going to talk about this a little more, but I'm a big believer in what LaFleur said yesterday.
And then, by the way, he has a better tight end than he's ever had.
Oh, no question. No question. Although, again, I would take Trey McBride, but it's not like the tight ends in LA have been slouches.
No, not saying that at all. He just has the best tight end in football now.
Yes.
Jalen Green will be the Suns' leading scorer next year.
You have to think who the other candidates are, right? And it's really just Book.
It's really just Book.
And I do think Book is on, I think it's going to be a slow decline, but I think he's on the backside. I think he's on the back nine.
He's getting older.
I think he's getting older, right? I think we've made the turn. We've played the front nine. We can still birdie a bunch of holes and get out of here with a good score, but we're on the back nine. And Jalen Green is a player that's still playing the front nine. I think we're on like hole 2 or 3 for Jalen Green.
Yeah, if that, right? Like
we may have just teed off.
He's 24 years old.
So, yeah, I think Green will lead the team in points next year.
It all depend on how healthy both these guys are. Jalen Green obviously can't miss the time he did last year and be their best scorer.
I'm looking at this game on the 13th. It has to be this game. It has to be.
So that would mean it's the 14th.
Corbin Carroll hits a single. There's a balk that moves Carroll to second base. And then Perdomo bunts.
They score in the inning?
They score in the inning.
I don't think it would be that.
To make it 3-2. No, I think it would very clearly be.
The problem is it could be from any time anybody bunts. You hate bunting, period.
It's a great, that's the best observation anyone has made on the show today. It could be any time anybody bunted.
Pick it up, throw it to first, say thank you.
So now what we need to do, we need to cross-reference every time since you joined the show that Geraldo Perdomo has sacrificed.
Are we sure it's Perdomo even?
I'm almost positive. Let's play the drop again. I don't know what this is going to do for us, but let's just play the drop again. I don't like the play.
Buy or sell, we are never going to find this.
Buy or wait, I'm sorry, say that one more time.
Buy or sell, we are never going to find this.
Usually you make social clips after the show. You may have a new project.
No social clips today. I'm just cutting through audio.
We went bust-up. It's the same day.
I don't even know what that is from. I got to be honest. I have no idea.
Listen,
even
Code,
to tell you what that is from.
Code wants us to check a show from January of 2025. Let's do it. I mean, I'm up for anything at this point.
January of 2025 is before me.
Right. But again, I'm starting to seriously entertain the idea that the drop is from something else, but the first time we used it was bunt related. I don't like the play.
I just don't know why it wouldn't.
Troy says he checked that show and it wasn't there. Oh boy.
It's gone.
I don't think it's gone. It's somewhere in an episode. But that's just going to require a lot of work. Like a lot of work.
It's gone. Mitchell Robinson won't play more than 5 minutes tonight.
Coach says check all the Suns late out of bounds plays. I don't think that doesn't make it any easier, Code, right? You want to check any fourth quarter collapses from the Cardinals? Again, that doesn't really narrow it down.
Oh,
it's a large sample still.
I'm trying to think of like a Cardinals where like they would have made a play call that I vehemently disagreed with in the fourth quarter. Because like a lot of those fourth quarters, they don't apply.
I don't like
Marvin
the
Harrison
play.
Jr. drops the ball.
I don't like the play.
They throw the ball out of the back of the end zone.
I don't like the play.
I just don't know where you would have said it.
I don't like the play. I am convinced it's baseball related. I'm convinced of it. We didn't do drops before you joined the show. And if we did, they were very few and far between. You joined the show in baseball season. You're the one that cut the drop.
Yeah, it would have been the first week. It's after that Cubs series.
You wouldn't have cut a drop from a show that you didn't produce.
Correct. The first show I produced was on April 1st of that year.
I'm telling you, I'm going to find this thing today. That's the last thing.
I technically think it was me and Corey producing it.
The show?
Yeah, on April 1st. Which makes sense.
I am convinced that it's this game on the 13th.
You didn't say it on the 14th.
I think it's on the 14th. I think it's in there. You got any more by ourselves?
No, I don't.
Okay.
5 minutes over. Got a dueling draft next.
We do. The NBA Finals are tonight. We're going to draft NBA Finals MVP candidates. We're going to hopefully try to get to the bottom of this mystery during the break as well. So come on back, see if we get to the bottom of this and we have a dueling draft. We'll get to it next. It's the lunch break. KDUS, AM 1060.
It's the lunch break with Chris Schubert.
The Spurs are the Chiefs of a few years ago.
I'll give you a better one. It's the Warriors pre all the championships. Yes. Because once Wemby and the Spurs rattle off a couple, they're villains.
But right now, they have a player like Mahomes or like Steph who is fun, who changes the game, something we've never seen before, and they have this gravitational pull.
I think it's a great comparison. Right now, it's easy to want to see Wemby and the Spurs do well because it's their first time, right? So it would be their first championship with this score.
Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Car wreck, truck accident, motorcycle crash. La Bear Auto Accident attorneys will fight ferociously to recover every dollar you deserve. Insurance companies fear the bear. Hurry to lawbear.com. That's lawbear.com. The bear has your back.
Stained. Break the Cycle 25th Anniversary Tour. Featuring Seether. Stained. October 13th, Talking Stick Resort Amphitheater. With special guests, Hoobastank and Hinder. Tickets are on sale now at livenation.com. Part of the America First Credit Union Series.
To 15-year-old Harper, buying an $80 vintage rock t-shirt is a great investment. To Harper's mom, this logic has a few holes in it. So she helped Harper open a Wells Fargo Clear Access banking account. With no overdraft fees and tools to track spending, Harper's learning, one heavy metal tee at a time. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Terms apply. Visit wellsfargo.com/deposit disclosures for fees and details.
Try the turkey, bacon, and avocado at Port of Subs. Fresh, craveable, and loaded with flavor. Order now at portofsubs.com.
Slice fresh sandwiches, Port of Subs.
When I scraped my car in that parking garage, I was worried that it could be a long process to take care of it. Like a landscaper's first day trimming a hedge maze.
I have definitely already been here. Now, was it left, right, or right, left? Well, maybe I'll cut a path out and find my way back later.
But it wasn't like that. I filed a claim in under 2 minutes on the Geico app, and they handled it from there. It was taken care of almost as quickly as it happened.
It feels good to get help quick. It feels good to Geico.
I'm Dan Patrick, and this is Above the Noise. It's probably unfair to treat Game 1 of the NBA Finals as a measuring stick, but for the Knicks, it might end up feeling that way. New York has done everything asked of them this postseason, handling Atlanta, Philly, and Cleveland. The Knicks deserve credit for the way they controlled those matchups. The question, though, is who they did it against. None of those teams present the kind of challenge San Antonio does. The Spurs battled through Anthony Edwards in Minnesota before taking down the defending champ Oklahoma City Thunder in 7 games. Championship runs are often defined by adversity. San Antonio's already faced plenty of it. The Spurs have been pushed and forced to adjust against elite competition. That doesn't mean New York isn't undeserving. You can only beat the teams in front of you. But heading into the finals tonight, San Antonio feels like a team that's already been through the fire. The Knicks may be every bit as good, yet there may still be a few questions they have not answered yet. I'm Dan Patrick, and this is Above the Noise. These days, everybody's searching for ways to save on insurance, scrolling comparison sites, digging through tips, chasing deals. But Liberty Mutual makes it simple. Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance to save you money. And when you bundle, those savings really start to come through. It's insurance built for real people with a team that helps you keep what matters most, money. No hassle, just confidence that your coverage is customized with savings in mind. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local independent agent. LinkedIn is pretty amazing at helping you grow your small business. They can't stop your new clients from emailing you at 3 a.m., though. They can help you sell, they can help you market, and they can help you hire in one place. They cannot help you be in 3 places at one time, though. And while they can't help you organize your calendar, LinkedIn can help you land more clients so you have a calendar to organize. Grow your small business at LinkedIn. Learn more at linkedin.com/Dan Patrick Show.
Every Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. is MMA Friday on the Sports Zoo with official UFC ranker Scott Lewis, brought to you by RTO Sullivan's, your home for every UFC event. The Sports Zoo is the only show in the Valley that gives you 1 full hour of MMA every week, featuring Scott Lewis's official UFC ranking changes, fight predictions for every weekly event, shocking MMA stories, and more. So tune in every Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. and then head to RTO Sullivan's every Saturday to watch the fights. Go to RTOSullivans.com for a location near you.
Back here on the lunch break, the investigation rolls on. Now, Coach says he's out. He says he's letting this go, and I
understand it.
No, I don't. In fact, I'm upset with Coach. You're either in or you're out here, man.
I got to tell you,
you're either a part of the investigation team or you're not.
Well, here's my thing. For some reason, we do not have a stream on 520, and if you remember, that was an era in time where we were having quite a few problems with the streams. Some days we would not stream. In my early tenure here. That Wednesday, May 21st, we don't have a stream, which would make sense to why I was cutting drops, because I wouldn't have cut social clips.
Right, because that was early on in you establishing your workflow.
So I wouldn't have cut social clips and drops on the same day at that point in my time here. So I think we did not stream on the 21st.
Okay.
I cut that drop. It then gets added on the 22nd. We need to find just the audio portion
of the May
21st show. I believe we did a show and did not stream.
I will tell you, this goes back to my original thought. It's an extra inning game the day prior. They lose to the Dodgers 4-3. So I'm just saying, like, if we go with your thought.
But I don't know how I would, and now I'm looking through what I would have been doing May 21st of last year.
The fact that this has taken us this long is incredibly disappointing. It shouldn't be this hard. It really shouldn't.
It should not.
But let's do a dueling draft. I don't think you're going to find it on that May 21st show. Maybe you will.
I certainly went to work. I have a picture from Costco on May 21st after work.
Oh, no, we're going to find it. We're finding it.
I bought a rotisserie chicken.
So okay, hold on, just to recap.
Nice job.
Just to recap. We are able to find out that you went to Costco and got a rotisserie chicken on that day. We are still not able to find if this drop occurred on that day. Just utterly disappointing. Yes, absolutely. You're supposed to be better prepared. Who's got the first pick?
Oh my gosh, let me open my draft to see. I believe, if I'm correct, it is you.
Oh.
Because I selected the Dodgers first, and then you selected the Braves.
I will take Victor Wembanyama, please, with the number 1 overall pick.
What?
Thanks for participating.
What a botch. Okay. Victor Wembanyama. All right. So I have 2.
I'll just write down Jalen Brunson in that.
Jalen Brunson.
Write him down for you.
And then debating on which guard I want.
Okay.
I think give me Castle.
So you went Castle, huh?
I think that's the right pick.
This is going to be aggressive. I'm aware of that. But there are times where you win the MVP for not the points you score, not the rebounds you accumulate, just for being a nuisance, right?
Yeah.
I saw somebody still allow LeBron James score a ton of points, but get himself a Finals MVP.
Yes, Kawhi Leonard.
I don't know if he's up for the task, but if he does, if he is able to have some level of impact on his game, give me Karl Anthony Towns.
It's the right pick. Here's why. Here's why it's the right pick. Because if at all they win this series, it means Wemby probably wasn't as great as he could be.
And
he's the opposing center.
Right. So
therefore, he then has to be the next pick. I was going to take him second.
Instead of Castle?
And I went with, I just wanted one from each team.
Yeah, I'm happy with one from each team right now.
Yeah. Okay, you have another pick.
I do.
Yeah.
Give me Josh Hart.
Okay. Terrible pick.
Excuse you? That's hurtful.
You know, Jalen Brunson told me I have a broke jump shot.
He said that to you?
Yes.
Why is it that you have these stories and you just like you break them out at the weirdest time?
We're talking about Jalen Brunson.
I understand that, but it's not. We've been talking about the Knicks since the beginning of the postseason. They've been on a generational run in the playoffs. They've won 10 in a row. They've beaten everybody. This isn't like we went 6 months without talking about the Knicks, so there hasn't been a chance for you to bring it up.
Do you want me to tell a story or?
You know what? No.
Okay.
I don't want to know.
I'm going to take Devin Vassell.
Vassell's a good pick.
And then I'll take Bridges, I guess.
Really? Give me OG.
It's a good one. That's who I should have taken.
And then I need a spur because I don't like having 3 Knicks. I want at least a little bit of balance. So who's left for me? I don't love my options. I got Champagny. Is there anybody else? I take De'Aaron Fox? Give me De'Aaron Fox.
Oh. He's the other pick of he could just bother Jalen Brunson.
If he does.
Right. Then it's a whole different conversation. Yeah, it's the right pick. All right, now I have a weird spot here.
He took a potty break in a weird spot.
Where I don't know who I'm going to take here. You know, if Wemby gets hurt and Cornette is just unbelievable.
Break out the whiteboard.
All right. Flu game. What if Mitchell Robinson's just great?
You asked me and by yourself if he's going to play 5 minutes. Now you're making him your value pick.
What if he's just awesome? By the way, anytime he's on the floor, they should be doing Hack-a-Shack with Mitchell Robinson, right?
Yeah, probably.
He's already a bad free throw shooter. Then this is on a shooting hand.
Right. Yeah. You probably send him to the line and make him prove it to you.
Do you want my Jalen Brunson story?
Sure.
So I used to go to sports broadcasting camp as a middle schooler, high schooler. Made some good friends there. Good friends who went to Arizona State. Anyway, one day, this is right after Villanova wins the 2018 national championship. So the summer after. And we just run into Jalen Brunson at on campus. And the owner of our camp was like, hey, would you come speak to the kids? And so he came in. He was not interested in being there at all. And at the end, I was like, Jalen, how's my jump shot? And threw like a mini basketball at a mini hoop in this Villanova classroom. And Jalen Brunson told me it was broke as blank. Radio I can't word I can't say on the radio. But yeah, that really ended my basketball career. Not gonna lie.
It was over? That was the moment where you decided it was over?
Well, there's other factors.
Okay. That's what I was getting at.
But I think that, I was playing rec league basketball. It did stop after Jalen Brunson was really discouraged my jumper.
I got to tell you, I'm so distraught that we can't find this drop. It is painful.
It is it's at the point where it is when you can't think of a name of something. It's
because the game on the 21st doesn't even make any sense. Well, I should say the game on the 20th. It doesn't even make sense because there's no bunt in there. I don't know. Just to recap the draft. I've got Wemby, Cat, Josh Hart, OG, and De'Aaron Fox.
I have Jalen Brunson, Stephon Castle, Devin Vassell, Mikal Bridges, and Mitchell Robinson.
Huge dueling draft next week. We're drafting World Cup winners.
Oh.
World Cup starts next Thursday. So start doing your prep work now. Start getting prepared. That's our dueling draft for next Wednesday. All right. We've got 2 more segments to get to the bottom of this. I don't think we're gonna do it. When we come back, your phone calls 480-864-1060. We've also got you on the KDUS AM 1060 YouTube live stream. We got a little bit of a glimpse into how the Cardinals offense might operate next season. Do we like what we heard? That's next. The lunch break, KDUS AM 1060.
The NASCAR Cup Series.
Green flag goes in the air.
Returns to the Irish Hills of Michigan.
Joey Logano has. He spun, he slapped the wall, and this was part of the gamble. Caution flag is out.
Where the Heritage Trophy is once again on the line.
Drift wide in the apex. Here he comes off turn number 4. He'll rocket off the corner to the start-finish line.
It's the Firekeepers Casino 400.
This Sunday at 11 a.m. here on KDUS AM 1060 and the KDUS app.
We're chatting with our guest, always safety first, 811 Megaphone Man.
Call 811 before you dig.
You never stray from your mission of letting homeowners, landscapers, and excavators know you should always call 811 before you dig.
Call 811.
Call for both small and big jobs. And 2 working days in advance?
811.
Any parting words? And I'm guessing they will be.
Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Southwest Gas.
811.
Somber presents You Are the Reason Tour. Fresh from selling out shows all around the world. See Somber live in Glendale. Desert Diamond Arena, October 14th, with special guests Tom Odell and The Help. Get tickets now at sombermusic.com.
This summer at Disneyland, kids rule. Let's go! First, we're going on all the best rides. Like Radiator Springs Racers. Oh, it's Tiana's Bayou Adventure. We want to get soaked. Yeah! We want to do everything. Play Keepy Uppy with Louie and Bingo. Dance with Mickey and Minnie. Oh, and Darth Vader will be there this summer.
Impressive.
I want to get the biggest scoop of ice cream. We're definitely staying up late for fireworks. Stay up late! Stay up late!
And this summer, kids can visit with a special $50 ticket offer. For a limited time, children ages 3 to 9 can visit both Disneyland Resort theme parks from May 22nd to September 7th for $50 per child with a one-day park hopper ticket. Visit Disneyland.com for details. It's Kids Rule Summer.
At the happiest place on earth.
Never a casino.
If you're a fan of any sport on the planet, college or pro, then we are right where you want to be.
Place to come when you're gonna have too much fun.
Real sports fans need a sports book powered by Hard Rock Bet. Follow the money line to Twin Arrows and too much fun.
Twin Arrows.
The best indoor tailgate party in Flagstaff with massive HD screens, cold drinks, game time food specials, and best service is at Arrow Sports Bar. After the game, get back in the game at craps, blackjack, and slots. Now that's too much fun.
The place to come when you wanna have too much fun.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP.
Twin Arrows.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Myles Garrett getting traded. It certainly felt like there was something. A guy who said he wanted out, then you paid him to stay. Then he restructures his deal. The new coach comes in, hasn't met with Myles Garrett, and then all of a sudden he gets traded. I give the Rams credit, and I still would have been all in on a wide receiver, skill position player, because if you're all in to get Myles Garrett, be all in to get another weapon here.
Weekdays, 6 to 9 a.m. on KDUS AM 1060.
Back here on the lunch break, KDUS AM 1060, Chris Schubert, producer Evan, lead investigator on the other side of the glass, working hard today. We'll see if we get an answer to our show-long mystery by the time we get out of here. OTAs continuing for the Arizona Cardinals, and yesterday we got a little bit of a glimpse into what this offense might look like next season for the Arizona Cardinals. In discussing his two main receivers, Marvin Harrison Jr. and Michael Wilson, new head coach Mike LaFleur mentioned that he sees Marv in the Devontae Adams role, the X receiver role, and that he sees Michael Wilson more in the Z role, a la Puka Nacua, for the Rams last season. Now, this shouldn't come as a surprise to anybody that where Mike LaFleur comes from, the offense that he ran in Los Angeles, that he doesn't try to emulate as much of that as possible. Now, I'll be the first to tell you, while I like Michael Wilson as a player, I don't think he's Puka Nacua, just as much as I like Marvin Harrison Jr., and I do think he could have a very good year this year and finally live up to the potential. I don't think he necessarily is Devontae Adams, but I like the thought of those roles. And if you're going to pick somebody to be in the Devontae Adams role, that big receiver that makes a ton of contested catches in the red zone, then Marv would be the guy that you would pick. And if you're going to pick the guy that does his magic in between the 20s and is able to give you those big chunk plays to get you into the red zone, you would think of Michael Wilson in that role. And so I like that is the thought. And the thing I'm most looking forward to, and it's something that I think was lacking last year for the Cardinals the last couple of years, there's talent on this offense. Marvin Harrison Jr. is a talented player. Trey McBride, producer Evan said it earlier, I wholeheartedly agree, the best tight end in football. Michael Wilson was a breakout star last year for this team. You added Jeremiah Love to this backfield. That is a four-headed monster that should be productive offensively. And so what I'm most excited about for this offense this upcoming season is having somebody at the controls, having somebody calling the plays that is going to be able to be super creative, that is going to put these guys in positions to succeed, and is going to mix it up every single week. Michael Wilson may come out of the backfield. Jeremiah Love might line up out wide as a wide receiver, be a ton of motion, utilize two tight ends, just be super creative, give you one look, and have about 5 or 6 different plays that they can run off of that look. That is the bread and butter of the Kyle Shanahan, Sean McVay offense. And that is the offense that Mike LaFleur is going to emulate. He's going to put his own flavor on it. Him and Nathaniel Hackett are going to have their own twist, their own spin, their own flavor that they'll add to it. But I like the elements that they are going to have as the base elements. I love the talent level that they have at certain spots, and I think they have the right coach to get the most out of those players. And I love what I'm hearing thus far. I love the idea of what we're going to do with Marv. I love the idea of what we're going to do with Michael Wilson. Now, one other thing of note that came from OTAs yesterday, they asked Marvin Harrison Jr. about being able to, develop chemistry, be on the same page with your quarterback, being on the same page with Jacoby Brissett. And, Marv kind of honestly said, listen, if that's going to happen, you got to be here. If we're going to develop that rapport, if we're going to develop that chemistry, it only happens with reps. Just because you were here last year doesn't mean that we're good. So, you don't love the answer because it's shining a light on him not being here, but I appreciate the honesty of, there's nothing that makes up for the reps that we can put together right now. Now, there's still plenty of time in the summer, and so I think if we get to Monday and Jacoby Brissett shows up to camp next week, to mandatory portion, I think everything's fine. But him not being there is right now taking its toll on some of these receivers, and it will continue to take its toll if he doesn't show up next week. 480-864-1060 is the phone number for you to join us here today on the program. You can also join us the KDUS AM 1060 YouTube live stream. Make sure you download the free KDUS AM 1060 app. Today is your last chance, the last day for you to listen for your chance to win 4 tickets to the Diamondbacks take on Producer Evans Washington Nationals at Chase Field, Saturday, June 6th. That's this Saturday, 1:10. It's Corbin Carroll 30-30 Mystery Bobble Night. We've got your chance to win 4 tickets. Today's the last day. You got to listen for an hour. You'll be entered to win. So today's the last day to get entered in for that. We've got all the stories we didn't get to here today on the program. We'll close up the investigation for today as well. We'll get to it all here in the leftovers. We'll do it next. The lunch break, KDUS, AM 1060.
Every Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. is MMA Friday on the Sports Zoo with official UFC ranker Scott Lewis, brought to you by RTO Sullivan's, your home for every UFC event. The Sports Zoo is the only show in the Valley that gives you 1 full hour of MMA every week, featuring Scott Lewis's official UFC ranking changes, fight predictions for every weekly event, shocking MMA stories, and more. So tune in every Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. and then head to RTO Sullivan's every Saturday to watch the fights. Go to RTOSullivans.com for a location near you.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. I am quite aware of the dangers being on the road. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. These families' lives will be changed in an instant. We fight for these families as if they were our own. We've become America's largest injury law firm by winning cases just like these. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
For over 50 years, they redefined rock. The spirit lives on.
Monday warrior, mean strike. Today's Tom Sawyer, mean pride.
Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson celebrate 50 years of Rush 50-something tour, December 1st and 3rd, 2026, Desert Diamond Arena. Tickets are on sale now at rush.com. Legends don't stop. They evolve. Rush.
Hey, it's Phil Shaver with HomeSmart, and I want to buy your house. I'm a local investor that buys homes for cash all over Maricopa and Pinell County. I buy inherited homes, nice homes, rental homes, homes that are behind on mortgage payments, and I even buy ugly homes that need fixing. Also, are you looking to get closer to market value for your house? As a licensed realtor, I've been able to buy and sell thousands of homes. Since I'm local, you can call me directly on my cell phone, 480-409-9999. Again, that's 480-409-9999. I don't work for a big corporation or hedge fund, so I can only buy 3 to 5 homes per month. There are no fees involved, and you can pick your own close date. The best part is I buy homes as is, so you don't have to worry about doing any repairs. Again, you can call me directly at 480-409-9999, or you can go to my website, gosoldaz.com. That's gosoldaz.com.
It's the lunch break with Chris Schubert.
The Spurs are the Chiefs of a few years ago.
I'll give you a better one. It's the Warriors pre all the championships.
Yes.
Because once Wemby and the Spurs rattle off a couple, they're villains.
But right now, they have a player like Mahomes or like Steph who is fun, who changes the game, something we've never seen before, and they have this gravitational pull.
I think it's a great comparison. Right now, it's easy to want to see Wemby and the Spurs do well because it's their first time, right? So it would be their first championship with this core.
Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Wrapping up today's edition of the show. Pass things off to Jim Rome at the top of the hour. It is the leftovers, all the stories we didn't get to here today on the show. And we get to them right now. And producer Evan, I think we start. I think we close up day one of the investigation.
I think I have the day. I don't have it. I can't. I'm going to have to listen to the entire show. So I didn't have time during the show. I'm going to have to listen to the entire show.
I just don't see. I don't see anything in this game, looking at the box score, that would make me.
I just don't know what else it would be from.
I found it. I think I found it. No, because I wouldn't. Would I get that upset?
Over what?
Tim Towel bunted for a hit in that game.
When?
On the 20th, that we would have talked about the next day.
What? Like when in the game?
The 8th.
In the 8th inning when they had the bases loaded?
No, they didn't have the bases loaded.
Not yet, but they do. They have first and third, nobody out and don't score. And then they have bases loaded, 2 outs and don't score. Corbin strikes out, and then you get a Lourdes strikeout?
No, here it is. Here it is. That game, the top of the 9th. Perdomo bunts a hit. So that's why I don't like the play. He gets a hit.
I'm telling you, it's after the Gabby homer that Perdomo bunts for a hit.
So it is absolutely in that show that you're listening to. I know I've said that like 4 times today.
I'm all over it.
I think it's the 21st.
I'm all over it.
I think we're going to have this.
I've listened to the first 15 minutes of the program. Don't have it yet, but
we're getting there.
I'm all over it.
Because I think it is that Perdomo.
If you're on the social media apps, I'm sorry. Today, you don't get one.
No, I think we can.
No, I'm just kidding.
We can get out of.
But I'm gonna find it.
I seeing Perdomo bunt and knowing that I remember saying I don't like the play, meaning the result was okay, but I didn't like it anyway. It matches up perfectly.
That's what I just don't understand because. Yeah. All right, I got 2 NFL stories for you.
Okay.
Drake London, 4-year, $141 million extension with the Atlanta Falcons.
Huge contract.
Massive.
I love this for him.
I love this for the Falcons.
I love this for the Falcons. This is a win-win.
It's a win-win.
And you love this for Stefanski, right? He's trying to build this offense.
Yeah, I need my guy.
Need my guy, right? Drake London, my guy.
Listen, I like London. I think he's a good player.
He has had some
up and downs.
No. I was going to say some interesting quarterback play.
Oh, yeah. Which is probably accompanied the up and downs. And then he took, in maybe his best game or his defining moment, he also took an unsportsmanlike for excessive celebration.
Ups and downs.
But good player.
Oh.
Top
15 receiver in the game right now?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Micah Parsons, it's been reported that he won't return till at least mid-October.
From the ACL?
Correct.
I don't know what to do with Green Bay.
I don't either.
I mean, they're probably now the favorites to win the division.
You would have to imagine.
Because the Bears are cursed now. Caleb Williams on the cover of Madden. So,
by the way, the memes on those are so funny.
Well, I mean,
did you see somebody cropped in like where they're building the stadium in Indiana? So it's him jumping in Indiana. It's very funny.
I was trying to think of a joke that I could make about him only showing up in the fourth quarter in relation to the cover, but I don't.
The coolest cover is with him doing the Iceman.
Great. That's nice.
Which is a sweet cover. And obviously you're pumped because you're not a Caleb guy.
I had Drake May QB1 in that class. So there is that. I liked May more. I would like a quarterback that plays well for 4 quarters. I don't think what he is doing is sustainable right now. Now, people are going to hear that and think I think Caleb Williams is a bad quarterback. And you help them with that by saying that I think Caleb Williams is a bad quarterback. His game needs to evolve. I think it can, yes. But if he continues to be the guy that stinks it up for 3 quarters and then tries to play hero ball in the fourth, there's going to be a lot of games this year that don't go the way they did last year, and everyone's going to go, what happened?
Well, now we say that. And I'll give you the 2 that I think kind of matches. Like eventually, now Jaden got hurt last year, but eventually going for it on 80% of the 4th downs and getting 75% of them was going to catch up to Jaden Daniels and the Commander.
The playoff game.
Are you talking about which one?
Against the Rams.
Yeah.
Where he makes the throw that sends it into overtime,
one of the
right?
greatest throws I've ever seen.
I'm not a hater. That doesn't happen again. That is a one-of-one thing.
But it doesn't have to be that. We say that. But, like, he made a throw like that in the Packers game.
I think you used up all of those in one season. I'm sorry. I don't think that's a way that you can play.
No, it's not sustainable for an entire career.
And that is my whole argument.
But
he has to grow as a player.
You hate fun.
I hate this idea that he's the greatest quarterback in the sport.
Nobody is saying that.
That's not true. That is unequivocally not true. People, when he does that.
Nobody is saying that.
When he makes those plays, people are like, oh, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
This greatest play.
There's 12 quarterbacks I would take over Caleb Williams right now to win a game.
All right, rack it.
You want me to do it?
Let's do it. I'll go through each team.
Okay.
We'll start in the AFC East. Josh Allen, obviously. Yes. Yep. So there's one.
Drake May.
Yes. Okay.
Nobody else. Nobody else in that division. Move on.
Aaron Rodgers.
No.
Lamar Jackson.
Yes.
Joe Burrow.
Yes.
Nobody in Cleveland.
Yeah. No.
Trevor Lawrence.
Yes.
Wrong. Wrong. But I'll give it to you. Houston. If you do this.
No, not after he threw 4 picks in a postseason game. Come on. What are we doing here?
And fumbled 5 times in the previous game. Daniel Jones.
No.
Okay. No, not Cam Ward yet.
I love Cam Ward, but no.
Yeah.
That's my guy, but no.
Bo Nix.
No.
Okay, thank you. We're going to disagree on this.
Yeah, because you're going to say Herbert. I'm going to say yes. You're going to tell me I'm crazy, but
Herbert.
Okay. Herbert, yes.
We'll see when he does it.
Okay.
But I'll give it to you. Obviously, Mahomes.
Yes. So
anybody in Vegas yet?
No, I'm at 7 before we've even gotten to the NFC.
Hurts?
Yes.
Okay. Dak?
No.
Jaden?
No.
Okay. That's a big one because I think that one's going to hurt you.
Okay, we'll see. I'm at 8. I need 4 more.
Yeah. No. Dart?
No.
Yeah. Okay. Then Caleb, obviously.
I'm not taking Caleb.
Love.
I'll take Jordan Love, yeah. I'll take Jordan Love.
Okay. Nobody in Minnesota.
No.
Goff.
I take Goff.
Okay. Carolina.
Bryce is your guy, but no.
Yeah. Baker.
Yes.
Okay. Atlanta.
No.
New Orleans.
No.
Seattle.
Yes.
Darnold.
I'm at 12 now.
Okay. Yes.
Stafford, yes.
Yep.
You ready for this?
Purdy.
Give me Brock Purdy.
Yeah. So here are the ones I disagree with. Here are the ones I disagree with. Love is tough to take. He's been the 7th seed every year. He has that range that Williams has. Like I've seen him play some terrible football.
Yes.
I think you could put the argument on Lawrence. I don't hate you taking him, but I think you could argue that.
And I understand why you feel the way that you do about Herbert.
And Herbert, I'm sorry, but Herbert's been in the league for how long? And it's not just playoff games. Like they had to beat the Raiders for a chance to go to the playoffs and couldn't even force a tie.
Well, that was because the Raiders, they didn't want to play for the tie.
But do you know what I'm saying?
No,
Like, they shouldn't have even been in that spot.
I hear you.
And then he blew a 24-point lead in the playoff game
to
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence.
So I think you take one or the other.
Okay, well, I'm still then at 13. I said 12. I was right there.
You have him at 13, and I just wouldn't give him love.
It's going to do it for us here. What do we even accomplish today? I don't know.
We did nothing today.
It's going to do it for us. Jim Rome's coming up next. Producer Evan, thank you for all that you do. Everybody have a great rest of your Wednesday. We'll talk to you tomorrow. See ya.
Nice job.